Did Roger Hunt really deserve all the hate? For years, his talent was overlooked as fans wrongly blamed him for taking Jimmy Greaves' spot. It wasn't that simple. On top of that, his close bond with Bill Shankly only fueled criticism. Instead of being praised for his loyalty and hard work, he became an easy target for unfair judgment. Roger Hunt was one of England's finest strikers, but sadly, he didn't always get the respect he deserved. A section of England fans, especially those from the south, held a grudge against him for something that wasn't even his doing. Many believed he had replaced Jimmy Greaves in the 1966 World Cup final, which simply wasn't true. It was actually Geoff Hurst who stepped in for Greaves, but Hunt still became an easy target. The unfair criticism didn't stop there. He was even booed during some of his later England appearances, a reaction he never should have had to endure. That wasn't the only time Hunt found himself unfairly judged. There was a heated moment between him and legendary Liverpool manager Bill Shankly during an FA Cup match against Leicester City. When Hunt was substituted, frustration got the better of him, and he threw his shirt to the ground. This led to a reported heated inquest between player and manager, creating a temporary rift. Given his incredible contributions to both club and country, it's frustrating to think about how often he faced unnecessary criticism. Sadly, Hunt passed away on September 27, 2021, at the age of 83. Despite everything, he remains a legend in the eyes of those who truly appreciated his talent and dedication. Yet even now, fans still wonder, why did he face so much hate when he gave so much to the game? After all, he was one of those rare players who didn't just start his career with success, but maintained that same level of excellence right until his final playing days. Hunt's story began when Liverpool manager Phil Taylor signed him in July 1958 from Stockton Heath. It didn't take long for him to make an impact. He made his debut on September 9, 1959, in a second division match against Scunthorpe United at Anfield. That day, he also scored his first goal for the club, finding the back of the net in the 64th minute to seal a 2-0 victory for the Reds. It was just the start of what would become an incredible career. That goal was the first of many, 286 in total for Liverpool, with 244 coming in the league, a club record that stood for decades. His career could have taken a different turn when Bill Shankly replaced Taylor as Liverpool's manager. Shankly arrived with a vision and wasted no time clearing out 24 players in an effort to rebuild the squad. Hunt, however, was one of the few who survived the overhaul. Not only did he stay, but he became an essential part of Liverpool's success throughout the 1960s. His contributions were immense as Liverpool pushed for promotion, and in 1962, after years of falling just short, the team finally secured a return to the First Division. That season, Hunt was unstoppable. He played in 41 of the 42 league matches and scored a staggering 41 goals, helping Liverpool comfortably win the Second Division title by an 8-point margin over Leyton Orient. His goal-scoring prowess was on full display, as he recorded 5 hat-tricks in that campaign alone, tormenting teams like Leeds United, Walsall, Swansea Town, Bury and Middlesbrough. Once Liverpool were back in the First Division, Hunt continued to shine. In both the 1963-64 and 1965-66 seasons, Liverpool were crowned English League champions, and Hunt was their top scorer each time. In the 1963-64 season, he scored 31 goals in 41 games, and in 1965-66, he netted 29 times in 37 appearances. It was clear, when Liverpool needed goals, Hunt was the man to deliver. Beyond the league titles, Hunt also played a key role in Liverpool's historic 1965 FA Cup victory, their first ever. On the road to the final, he scored 4 goals as Liverpool defeated teams like West Bromwich Albion, Stockport County, Bolton Wanderers, Leicester City and Chelsea. When the Reds reached Wembley, they faced Leeds United in a tense showdown. After 90 minutes without a goal, Hunt broke the deadlock in the 93rd minute, putting Liverpool ahead. His strike partner, Ian St John, then sealed the victory with a second goal, securing a 2-1 win and making history for the club. Liverpool nearly added European silverware to their collection the following year, reaching the final of the 1966 Cup Winners' Cup. Hunt scored Liverpool's only goal in the final, but unfortunately they fell short in extra time, losing 2-1 to Borussia Dortmund. Still, his contributions to Liverpool's rise in the 1960s were undeniable. Hunt continued to break records. On November 7, 1967, he became Liverpool's all-time leading goalscorer, netting his 242nd goal in a European tie against TSV 1860 Munich. By the time he left Liverpool in 1969, his tally stood at 286 goals. That record stood firm until Ian Rush eventually surpassed it 23 years later. Hunt also held another incredible achievement. He was the fastest player in Liverpool history to score 100 top-flight goals, achieving the feat in just 152 games. That record remained untouched until Mohamed Salah broke it in September 2021 by a single game. After leaving Liverpool, Hunt signed with Bolton Wanderers in December 1969. He later had a brief loan spell with Hellenic FC in South Africa before retiring from professional football in 1972. His career may have ended, but his impact on the game was undeniable. In April 1972, Liverpool honoured him with a testimonial match, attended by 56,000 fans, fitting recognition for a true club legend. But his brilliance wasn't limited to club football. He was just as vital for England. His international career began when Walter Winterbottom handed him his debut on April 4, 1962, in a friendly against Austria at Wembley. He made an immediate impact, scoring in a 3-1 victory. He was later included in England's squad for the 1962 World Cup in Chile, though he didn't get the opportunity to play in the tournament. 4 years later, England had the chance to win the World Cup on home soil. Hunt, alongside his Liverpool teammates Ian Callaghan and Jerry Byrne, was named in Alf Ramsey's squad for the 1966 tournament. He started the competition partnering Tottenham's Jimmy Greaves up front. However, after Greaves suffered a leg injury, Hunt played alongside West Ham's Geoff Hurst for the rest of the tournament. He was instrumental in England's World Cup triumph. He played in all 6 matches and scored 3 crucial goals, 2 against France and 1 against Mexico in the group stage. Then came the famous final against West Germany at Wembley. England won 4-2 after extra time, and Hunt had played his part in securing the country's greatest footballing achievement. Yet, despite his role in England's success, Hunt found himself unfairly criticised by a section of England fans, particularly those from the south. Many wrongly believed that he had replaced Greaves in the final, even though it was actually Hurst who had taken Greaves' spot. The negativity eventually took its toll. In 1969, following a game against Romania, Hunt informed Ramsey that he no longer wished to be considered for England's selection. And just like that, his international career came to an end. He finished with 34 caps and 18 goals, a record that, had he continued, would likely have been even more impressive. After retiring from football, Hunt shifted his focus to his family's haulage business, Hunt Brothers, which had been running since 1929. He largely stayed out of the spotlight, but remained deeply respected among Liverpool fans. In 2000, he was awarded an MBE for his role in England's 1966 World Cup victory. Though he was never officially knighted, Liverpool supporters always referred to him as Sir Roger in recognition of his greatness. In 2006, Hunt was inducted into the English Football Hall of Fame, further cementing his legacy. That same year, Liverpool fans ranked him 13th in the club's official 100 Players Who Shook the Cop poll. Then, in 2016, he was made an honorary freeman of the Borough of Warrington, one final tribute to his contributions both on and off the pitch. He was a goal-scoring machine, a key player for both Liverpool and England, and a World Cup winner. His records, achievements, and impact on the game speak for themselves. Yet, despite everything he gave to football, he never quite got the universal recognition he deserved. Some England fans wrongly blamed him for replacing Jimmy Greaves in the 1966 World Cup final, even though it was actually Geoff Hurst who took Greaves' place. That led to boos and unfair treatment, something no player of his calibre should have faced. At Liverpool, he was a hero, but even there, moments like his disagreement with Bill Shankly added to the misunderstandings about his career. The truth is, Hunt was one of those rare players who started strong and stayed great until the very end. He never sought attention, never complained. He just played, scored, and won. Despite the criticism, real football fans know his worth. Roger Hunt was more than just a footballer. He was a legend. And legends, no matter how misunderstood, never fade away. And that wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe.